Guys, we are so close to 500 subscribers. I'm probably going to exceed the mark by tomorrow evening. That means that I need to do some form of Q&A with regards to the 500 subscriber special. And I've received some questions on email and some in some of the videos thus far, but not nearly enough to actually warrant the full episode. Please fire away, ask questions, and hit like and subscribe. And then I will record a Q&A during the course of the week and post it maybe over the weekend, while also announcing the winners in there. And then the winners can get in contact with me on email, and I shall get their vouchers to them ASAP. So yeah, do that, and see you then. Bye. Ever had that feeling that you're about to do something really stupid? And usually it stops me from doing something stupid. Today, unfortunately, I'm about to embark on something that I know is very stupid, but I'm still gonna go do it. First of all, as I reverse out of my yard quickly, we are not having an inter-club competition today. This isn't all the clubs in the Western Cape or Western Province angling against each other for honours. This is literally just a club competition. People in the club fishing to see who's the best. Now, I'm under no illusions. I was probably never going to be that guy, but I would still like to get a line in the water, you know, either the Saturday, the Sunday, that sort of thing. And because of how the rules have been set up, you can pick any 10-hour slot between Friday midnight and, let's say, Sunday midnight. 48-hour period, pick a 10-hour slot, go do your thing, report back with your card, and good luck to you. I wanted to go to a very, very specific spot, Betty's Bay, to be quite honest. I wanted to go find myself a nice little hole where I could possibly target some spotties and smooth hounds, that sort of thing, you know, just for like nice scoring on a scorecard. Then I checked the weather. Winds were predicted upwards of 35 to 40 kilometers per hour. Now at that point, it no longer is angling, it's kite surfing. I thought to myself, look, I've been in Betty's Bay when the wind has been pumping like that before. Maybe the wind isn't that bad in Strand or Makassar or wherever. No. The wind was exactly the same in Strand and Makassar. In actual fact, we had reports coming yesterday of gusts of upwards of 75 kilometers per hour at Makassar. So before I even committed to angling this weekend, I thought to myself, you know what, if it's going to be that bad on Saturday, then just put down a 10-hour slot for Sunday, because Sunday possibly couldn't be worse. Yes, have I been wrong? The prediction so far suggests that the wind could be worse today than it was yesterday. But it is what it is. I'm on my way there now. I need to have a line in by 7 o'clock in the morning, and it's now just after 5:30. So I'm going to stop for fuel. I'm going to gather all the guts I have, and I'm going to go through to Strand, where I'm going to meet up with 1 or 2 other guys, and we're going to try at least and have some fun before the wind blows us away completely. reason my action camera's battery didn't charge properly last night. So I'm gonna have to do the best I possibly can with this phone of mine. But the wind cancellation on this thing is terrible. So you're gonna have to bear with me. I may need to play a lot of music over the footage and only speak into the camera when required. Right, again trying to shelter a little bit from the wind. I'm now going to throw that little fish ball bait out. There's no float in there, just a big ass hook, and basically 3/4 of a mullet turned over on top of itself on the head through the hook. So let's see what happens. It almost feels like the wind is letting up a bit, but it's happening with intervals. It's still pumping off and along. Jeez, this wind is nailing me. Oh, okay. Let's try and get a few things out of my pockets so I can actually go wade. Okay, 10:42. Update. Teammate caught a sand shark about 10-15 minutes ago. Myself and Mr. Wilson, we are still hanging in there to see if we can't pick up one. But what I have done in the meantime, removed all flotation from the line, added another hook, another trace, so it's now officially 2-line 2-hook trace, and that is a chocker to both. Update you as we go along, as per usual. Tell you what, the moment you step away from the ocean, you can actually feel it's quite warm, but right there at the ocean it doesn't feel like that at all. So this fleece covered jacket, this fleece lined jacket comes in handy. But for now we're making a spot move. We're going to head on over to Makassar. We're going to try and find a hole to go throw a couple of big baits for some sharks. Maybe hopefully end the day on a good note. Managed to find my power bank in the back of the car and a charging cable to actually charge my chest camera. So hopefully that'll work for the rest of the day. So time to buckle in, make the move over to Max. See you when we get there. Check, check. Mic 1, 2. 65% battery. It needs more charge. Right, back at Makassar. And I'm back on my chest mount camera. As you can see, not on my chest as yet. But, holy smokes guys, don't you ever wash your face? There we go. That's better. As it turns out, some nice color in the water. Almost too much, if you have to ask me, from my limited experience, but according to Mr. Goosen, this is the kind of stuff that mullet feed on. That's right in front of us in the water. It almost looks poo-poo brown. Now if there's mullet, small fish, bait fish and stuff inside the waves in front of us, chances are there's carp behind it. We can only dream. But now I'm gonna mount this bad boy back onto my chest and I'll bring you back if there's something to report. Okay, between myself and Mr. Goosen we came to consensus. We're gonna have one last cast. Doesn't seem like there's much happening over here. So I put a nice big choker and sardine bomb bait on this thing now with a 6-ounce sinker. Want to get this thing out to a decent distance, and then just hope, you know, maybe something nice comes out. Big piece of kelp in the water in front of me. I hope that this is not going to be a problem. Man, oh, gutted. I am so gutted right now. I mean, I was standing there patiently waiting for the damn thing. And I feel thumps and I feel thumps and I feel thumps, and I can't quite tell if it's a thump or if it's a kelp in the water picking up the line. So I'm waiting for that signature scratching feel that you get through the line and the rod, just to show me that it is the kelp. Next minute, pulls me flat. I didn't even think about it. The moment it pulled me, I just slightly pulled it straight back up and started reeling, and it was on. And it was on till about 5 to 10 meters from shore. Then it felt like the whole trace came off. Like it's just gone. That was a decent fish. Don't know what it was though. I didn't feel any head shakes. Probably wasn't carp. would never say it, but I did put some camo sunscreen on this morning before I left. I read somewhere that having sunscreen on your hands when you're baiting up can cause the fish to give your bait a hard pass. I put the sunscreen on my face way before I left home this morning, and then I washed my hands and dipped my hands in linseed oil and chili oil and whatever, just to mask the smell. But regardless, still picked up this healthy glow. I'm pretty sure I won't be peeling again like a snake. We pulled our lines out of the water way before lines up time. There was just nothing happening. I was sitting with a nibble on my line for about 10 minutes at that time, and I just couldn't figure out what it is, because it felt like it was on the line but not. It was weird. It's a dangle that I threw in the water. Anything committing to that thing needed to have a big mouth, yet it felt like there was something on the line, but it wasn't big. So I got fed up after a while of just feeling these vibrations and stuff on my rod, so I just pulled it out, and lo and behold, there's a crab. So, needless to say, myself and Mr. Goosen had a bit of fun with that. He said he'll witness it for me on my scorecard. I immediately burst out laughing, because I know that that crab counts for nothing. So I put it on a measuring plate and I measured it, and I wrote it down on the scorecard, and Mr. Goosen witnessed it with his Western Province number. I then proceeded to WhatsApp it to my club management as my scorecard submission for the competition. I don't know if it's going to be frowned upon or how many people are actually going to be laughing, but the latter was intended. It's now 4:15, grabbing myself an early evening. Next week is going to be a doozy. We have the Western Cape Surf Angling Association inter-club competition at Struisbaai. It's going to be a cracker, excuse the pun. Stick around for that one. Hopefully I'll be back in time on Sunday evening to start editing the video and get something up for Monday. If you don't see it next week Monday, don't stress. It'll likely come on Tuesday. Just need to get the edit done to my liking. I will see you on the flip side. Stay as cool as you are. Hit like and subscribe, please. And see you next week.